Greetings and welcome to my World of Tanks video. Today is What's New Tuesday. So I want to show you what's coming up. And the reason I have this artillery piece on here will become clear in just a few moments. Alright, here's what's new on Tuesday. So we have, scroll down here, the news, blah, blah, blah. Then we have World Cup stuff. So there's World Cup teams, and you can join the World Cup teams. They call it the Tank Cup. It's, to celebrate World Cup that's going on. It's too long to explain here, but you need to see this. And basically there's 4 teams that you choose, and I'll give you the slimmed rundown. What you do is there's 4 teams that you could choose to play for. What those are based on, each team that you choose, which is there's Cyclops, Ragnarok, Hurricanes, and Tigers. And the tanks that you're going to play will affect which team you're on. Here's my recommendation. Look at the things, find the tanks you're going to score in, and then use the team that features those tanks. One of those, it might be Russian, it might be American, it might be German, it might be French, it might be Italian. Well, there's, might be G.I. Joe, whatever it is. There's a team. Now, for me, I chose Team Cyclops because that is Cold War Blue, which is my light tanks are Cold War Blue. I have a bunch of other tanks that are mediums that are Cold War Blue. Also, United Kingdom, France, and China. I don't play Chinese tanks, so don't worry about those. But I do have some killer French and killer English tanks. But primarily, for this purpose, I'm going to be using Cold War Blue tanks, Western Alliance. G.I. Joe is one of those. So that'll explain that. So just go in there, go to the web page, find out the information, figure out what's you're most comfortable running, because you have to run a lot of missions to score your points and score your goals. And so you want to choose something that you're comfortable with playing 150 missions, 200 missions, whatever it is. It's a lot. If you want to try to qualify, you're trying to qualify to the level where if your team eventually wins, there's a free tank you could get. So one of the four teams is going to win. Members of one of the 4 teams will win a free premium tank. That's what you're doing. Any other stuff, there's minor rewards, that's fine. So play what you feel like you could just pound missions and not be going, oh, it's killing me. All right? That's what it is. Play something that's fun. For me, that's light tank, Cold War. So Western Alliance light tanks for me, I can play that all day, no problem. That's why I chose them. It's just that simple. Now, we're done with this World Cup business. What do we have here? Yeah, specials for Veterans Day weekend. There were specials. Yeah, we had that. Whatever. That's okay. Not a big deal. This is the key thing. This is what's new, really, for Tuesday, and that is free experience tanks. If you don't know that, it's 1 week only, as you can see right here. Let's click on the thingy. This is really the butt kicker. This is, if you've ever seen tanks for the free XP, that's what this is. So these are premium tech tree adjustments, is what that means, PTT. These are the tanks that are going to be available this week only through Monday for free experience. Now, if you don't have the required free experience, that's okay. They also have a bonus. Normally, you can take experience that your tanks have saved and exchange that. 1 gold can exchange 25 experience and turn that tank experience into free experience. But they've given you a bonus. Now, it's not 25, which it normally is, which is a really fair price. It's 32 now. This week, 32s, it's a bargain. So my friend and I, we got the Cold War main battle tank 70. We had not enough free experience, but we had a lot. And we had to pay, he paid like 3,200 gold to make up the difference. I paid 3760 or whatever it was. It was very close. I got that. It's a 14,000 gold tank that I got for 3760, or maybe a 10 or 20 less. He got it for 3,200 or whatever it was. So we made out like bandits on that one. So on this one, let's just say you're short. Since it's 1,000 gold will get you 32,000 free experience. Let's say, for example, the first tank on the list. This is the Mercenary Tier 8 TANK light tank. It's a goofy tank, but it's cool. So let's say you are 32,000 free experience short, which meant you had 111,000 free experience. Well, you could buy that, filling in the gap of 32,000 for 1,000 gold. You could give up all your free experience and 1,000 gold, and you'd get that TANK. Phenomenal deal. It works for the same for every other tank. Now I'll give you the reality here. Chinese Tier 8 Yazi is a tank destroyer. Very expensive, pretty good, I guess. I don't know. I know guys that have it, but I've never seen anyone play it. Well, not in my platoon. Let's put it that way. I've seen a few of them, not very many. Chinese Tier 8 King Dragon. This is one of the tanks that I like. I don't have this, but that's a personal deal, just the way it hasn't come out. The deal is this. If you don't know what this is the Red Dragon with the gold barrel. It looks awesome. Heavy tank, and it's one of its main features is that it's a crew trainer, which means it had like 30% crew experience bonus every match. Now, its only one weakness is that it's Tier 8, and that means sometimes you're going to be fighting Tier 10 matches. Now, it's only a big deal to me because I am not a natural medium or medium or heavy tank player. And so I'm not interested in playing heavy tanks all day long at all. So that's why I don't have it. It looks phenomenal and it's great, but I don't want to play this to train your crews. You really need to run this for several hours and just maximize the bonus percentage. It's a 30% bonus, which is awesome. If you put a 30% bonus commander in there with a 10% perk and a 10% crew rations, it's an 80% bonus experience. If you like playing heavy tanks, dude, I'm telling you, Chinese Red King Dragon tank is awesome for crew experience. But that's the deal. Get what you like. And I don't care for heavy tanks, and as great as it looks, I really don't want it. Not like that. I'm not going to kill myself. There's something else I want more than that. The next one on the list, you see that 296,000. This is the French Égalité AMX M4. Basically, it's the same tank as the one that was last month's Tank of the Month, which I got, and it was phenomenal. But that's like a 14,000 gold tank. It is very expensive. So if you have the experience and you want it, this is the time to get it. This one is the French Tier 8 HMH AMX Model 58 light tank. Okay, I'll explain this to you real quick. Great tank, but there's three French tanks that are basically almost the same tank. They're slightly different. I call them brothers or cousins, and that is the Vanguard, the AMX Chaffee, and then this one, which is the HMH Model 58. They're all auto loaders. Now, the best one to get, this is a great tank. I played it the other day. We won, of course, but I'm just kidding. We did win, but great tank. But objectively, if you want the best one, I would say it's not the best one. It's really good. It's the fastest one. They're all slightly different. The Vanguard goes 82. three-shot autoloader, Tier 8. The AMX Chaffee, Tier 7, 6-shot autoloader, and oh, by the way, 20% crew trainer bonus. That's the best one to get. Model 58 goes 84, even faster than the Vanguard 3-shot autoloader. Slightly longer reload, though. You can't go wrong with any of these 3 tanks. They're all lightweight, highly mobile snipers. That's where they really rule. So, objectively, I like the Model 58. I like the Vanguard. I like the Chaffee. But if I had to have one of them, I'd get the AMX Chaffee 6-shot autoloader. The thing about being Tier 7 is you never face a Tier 10. And that's the thing about the other 2. You get to face 10s from time to time. So, great tank. If you are looking to get it, it's awesome. If you're looking to, maybe get it, really, I would look into the AMX Chaffee. Butt kicker. 6-shot autoloader speaks for itself. What else do we have that's killer? Well, Panzer 58 Mutz. Don't know much about it. Soviet Tier 8 Bison. Don't know much about it. Tier 8 Scourge. Don't know much about it. Tier 8 Guardian. Don't know much about it. American Tier 8 Equalizer. I'm an artillery guy. This is what I'm going to get. Because I'm going to end up getting this after my free experience Monday reaches its new apex that it's going to reach. It's going to cost me 3,000 gold or less to get the Tier 8 Equalizer. That's the one I want. I'm an artillery guy. I didn't like the American Tech Tree Artillery 8, but this one is a premium, would have free experience bonus. It would just be, more interesting. So I'm interested in goofing around with it. It's a goof around tank for me. That's the deal. So what else do we have? We have the HMH Chrysler K heavy tank, super tank, supposedly really good. I know this one, Tier 8, Freedom. The Freedom is awesome. It's a tier preferential, meaning it never faces a Tier 10. It's a Tier 8 medium that will face 9s at the most. Very good tank, bounces shots a lot. If you're American, it's an awesome medium, and like I said, I'm not a medium and heavy guy, but I like that tank. It's fun to play. So, if you're considering getting the Freedom, it's awesome. The fact that you never see a Tier 10 in a Tier 8 tank is also awesome. So, really, you might want to give that Freedom an even extra consideration because you'll never see a Tier 10 match, and that's awesome. Soviet Tier 8 Motherland, don't know anything about it. German Tier 8 Aguila, Hawk 30, I have that tank. A very good light tank. It's basically one of the ones that's similar to a M41 Bulldog. There's a bunch of tanks that are all very similar in configuration. There's the M41D, which is a Chinese version, Hollenhund, which is a German version. The Aguila is a captured Mexican tank because it has a Mexican flag on there. And Aguila is Spanish for eagle. But it's a German captured Mexican tank, Mexican flag tank, which is kind of bizarre. You have this German markings tank and this Mexican flag on this eagle. A very good light tank. Has a really focused accuracy. I mean, mine, I think, has got about a 0.24 accuracy. So it's great firing on the run with right bumper lock on because of the ability to put a stabilizer bar on there. So it goes 82, which is, good speed. But it's a very good light tank Tier 8. There's others that are different, but if you're interested in this tank, it controls very well in the driving. That part I cannot stress enough. the driving ability of the Aguila is very good. I don't know what it is. In fact, I like the Aguila. I hate the Walker Bulldog because it slides all over the place. I don't like it at all, which is really annoying. So if you're interested, one of my friends is interested in the Aguila, and I told him it's a really good light tank if that's what you want. Yes, there's a bunch of other ones that I have. I have the M41D, the Walker Bulldog, the Aguila, the T41E1. I have another one. I can't think of what it would be. But any of those are good, except I don't like the Walker Bulldog. But Aguila, if you're interested, very good light tank, tier 8. Now, it's different. Yes, the French Model 58 is also a light tank, but they're different kinds of light tanks, and I'm going to explain this to you in case you didn't know this. The Aguila is a single shot, so it's like every 5 or 6 seconds you can fire a shot. It's basically also, you could use it as a sniper, but it's kind of lightweight. It's not going to pierce tier 10 armor for the most part, but it's very good. So you can use the Aguila as a probing light tank scout. The Model 58 is actually faster than the Aguila, but the 3-shot autoloader has like a 24-second reload ballpark. So when you fire that third shot, 24 seconds, you can't do anything. It's not really good as a probing scout, because if another one shows up on you and you're in the middle of your reload, you're dead. So it's much better playing the Model 58 as a sniper that can move super fast. And at the end of a match on a big map, that 84 speed is just legendary. So they play differently. If you want a probing scout tank, the Aguila is perfect for that. If you don't want that kind of light tank, then the Model 58 sniper ability is pretty phenomenal. Great accuracy. So I just wanted to give you that little bit of a helpful hint, because they're both technically light tanks, but they're not the same. They don't play the same at all. You play them wrong, you're going to get killed. I know, I got killed. I go, man, this tank sucks. And I was like, no, you're an idiot. You suck. Play it the other way. And I was like, yeah. I was telling myself that, I was playing it wrong. That's why it's not terrible. It was sometimes it's a tank, sometimes it's you. Well, in this case, it wasn't the tank, it was me. I had to correct my own play of the Model 58. Actually, it wasn't that one, it was the Vanguard. When I got the Model 58, I looked at it, I'm like, this is obviously a sniper. And then I'm like, moron. The Vanguard is a sniper too. Whatever. No, hey, no one's perfect, okay? And I'm willing to learn. If I made a mistake, I'm willing to learn. And I taught myself that I was dumb. So these are the tanks, free experience. You just go find these on the tank page, on the premium tech page, World War II. You can find these tanks. And what they'll do is, instead of the gold price, they'll have the free experience price, like the Chinese Dragon. The Chinese Dragon, King Dragon, it was about 9,600 ballpark gold. The what do you call it? Equalizer artillery was about 97 or 98,000, some 9,800. I mean, so that one's like 199,000 for the. There you go. The artillery is 199,000. It was a little bit more than the Red Dragon, but realistically, to me, that Red Dragon is awesome if you like heavy tanks. If you like artillery, the Equalizer is interesting. I like artillery, so I'm going to get that. There's only a handful, like 5 premium artilleries, and I've got the Sexton. I want that one. I also have the Frenchie 5, the LEFH, which is another very good artillery. But the rest of these, I'm not a heavy tank guy, so I'm not the guy to ask for all of these guys. The light tank, if you want the Aguila, that's a killer. It just all depends, what's available today or this week. The Aguila is very good. It just depends what you want in a light tank. If you want a fast-ish 82, it's what mine is set up for. And I set them up for speed. So I play the Aguila and, helped win Tier 10 matches. So it's one of those things you have to understand. And a Tier 8 light tank is going to face Tier 10 opposition. And those Tier 10 lights are better than you. So you have to understand that. If you're not an ace light tank guy, the Tier 8 tank is going to end up, a Tier 8 light tank scout is going to end badly for you. Because you're going to have to go up at some point against Tier 10s. So just one of those things. The Tier 8s are great, but you're going to have to face Tier 10 opposition. And if you're not good enough in that vehicle, you're going to get annihilated. So I want to just tell you up front. I also my friend has the Turtle, but he says it's better than the TANK, which is a cool tank. It's a goofy little freak. So that's one of those things. It's a goof-off tank. If you have the experience where you want to buy a goof-off tank, I would say the TANK is a goof-off tank. It looks really, like some 5th or 6th grader designed it, which is, it's part of what makes it awesome. You see those lightning bolts on the side? Those are stupid, but it's stupid cool. Look at those bombs, those missiles on the side. They don't launch. They're just there for artistic value. It's a stupid tank, but it's it's fun stupid. And I did the contract for the Tusk, because the Tusk is like this. It's fun stupid. The Stubbs is another tank contract I did that was a fun stupid tank. So my friend said the Turtle is a stupid tank. He said you go and you try to roll up behind some guy, drill him in the butt, and run away. So it's just one of those things. It's like, kind of figure out what you're looking for and talk to people if you don't know about any of the specific tanks that you see here on the free experience trade-in list. Because a friend of yours might be able to tell you something that would turn a tank into an awesome tank. Okay, so the TANK is a fun tank. I'm an artillery guy, so I want the equalizer. I have the Aguila. It's a I would say A-. It's an A- scout light tank. It's really good. Okay, the only things better than that are mostly Tier 10s. Okay, maybe Tier 9s as well. There's a lot of different Tier 8 tanks, light tanks that I have and I picked up over the time. And they're all good, but they're all good slightly differently. It's like cookies. Cookies that taste good, they're all slightly different. And so you just got to know what you're looking for. Aguila is a really good scout tank. If you don't have a Tier 8 scout tank and you want one that, in my opinion, is better than the Walker Bulldog, Aguila fits that bill. And that's the key. I like the Model 58. It's a really good tank. If you want, a super fast sniper auto loader, the only thing you can beat it with is the Tier 7 AMX Chaffee. But that's not available for free experience. So it's one of those things. Like I said, I have all three of those dudes. Vanguard, AMX Chaffee, Model 58. They're all good. So if you can afford it, etc., it's an awesome tank. But if you want just one, I'd get the AMX Chaffee. That's what my experience can help you with. The rest of them I don't. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention the British Paladin. My friend saw that. The Paladin Carnarvon Action Max. I played that. I told him, I only played it a handful of times when I was doing my contract for the Hammer and the Big Top. And the last time I played it was playing the Big Top. I got in there. I got in there. Went and killed 4 guys. Got my daily double. That's all I wanted. got my daily double out of it, and then went back and go, man, that tank was awesome. Because he was just drooling. He's like, oh man, this reload is like 5 seconds. I go, yeah, it was awesome. So that's another one. And I think it's great. I'm not a big heavy tank player, but I thought the Paladin played terrific, handled very well, and I recommend it. If you're looking for a good heavy tank, he said he's going to get the Paladin. That's what he's going to get. And I said, I have it, dude. It was great. You know, and then the graphic on the side. Let me show you this graphic. Where's the thing? Paladin British. There we go. Let me show you. This thing looks phenomenal. That graphic on the side with that unicorn on the top and the British flag on the track skirts, it's awesome. I mean, that's a great tank. This dude is, let me see, what does it sell for? This sells for about 8,000 or 9,000. Sorry, it sells for 10,000 gold. Speaks for itself. It's a butt kicker. 150% silver bonus. Can't go wrong. It's just great. So that was basically what I wanted to do, is just give you the overview of the free tanks for free experience. Now, for me, I'm going to be short. I don't know exactly how much I'm going to be short, but I'm going to be short 3,000 gold or less. Remember, the gold conversion is a bargain. It's on sale. You get 32 instead of 25. When we got our other one, it was 25, and we were completely thrilled. No problem. So this is even better. So we're going to get a free tank this week. Well, not free, but we hoard our card gold, so it's free to us, basically. So hopefully that will help you. If you haven't done your long hauls, do your long hauls. Get those cards. Get free gold. I'm telling you. If you have free gold, you'll be able to buy tanks that maybe you don't have enough free experience to cash in. One of my friends was like, yeah, he goes, you know, he didn't have it. He was interested. He goes, well, that Aguila is only 130,000. I go, exactly. I could almost get that absolutely for free, except I already have it. So I don't need to do that. I need to get something new. The Paladin, I think, was kind of expensive. I forgot to look at that. Yeah, 210. That's not too bad. That's a 10,000 gold tank. I mean, and it's really, really good. If you like heavy tanks, man, talk to your friends, you know, about those. Get more information. I give you what I can tell you, and I'm not going to tell you stuff I don't know. When I don't know, I'll just tell you. You know what? I don't know. So that is the end of that. Okay, here's what I decided I would do. Is I'm going to go in my own stash and show you the free experience tanks so you can look at them and see what they're like. Maybe this help you. This is, like I told you, German captured American light tank with a Mexican flag and a Mexican eagle right there. Pretty cool. Great scout tank. Can't go wrong if this is what you want. Let me get the next one. Okay, now this is not the one that's available. This is the AMX Chaffee. This is Tier 7 6-shot autoloader. This is the one that I would rank as the top of the three. I'm going to show you the other two. The next one will be the Vanguard. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Goofy.